young preacher who on the steps of the Lincoln Monument in about 16 minutes articulated a dream that broke the back of Jim Crow inequality. God is attracted to weakness. And on November 4th, 2008, at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, God was attracted to a skinny young senator from Chicago, from Illinois, and used him to break open opportunity for any person from any background to serve in the highest office of the United States. God is still attracted to weakness. He's walking through Jericho. And he says, I hear something. Somebody called me. Remember how he said about the lady? He said, somebody touched me. Somebody touched me. I can see his security detail now saying, dude, everybody's talking about you. Dude, come on. No. See, everybody around him wanted something from him, but he can hear the difference between the cry of need and the cry of greed. A lot of modern religion is grounded in greed. Huh? But I want to say like John Piper, and nobody ever came to Jesus because I drove a Bentley.
Say that, preach.
And so now he said somebody, and Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. Aren't you glad that Jesus doesn't think about you the way other folk think about you? Jesus' opinion of you and me is not influenced by consent. And they send the crowd. Now watch this. I got to end this. Watch this. They send the crowd, and the crowd goes to Bartimaeus, and they say to Bartimaeus, they say, cheer up. Cheer up.
Come on, teach it. Yes, sir.
Cheer up. 2 seconds ago they were saying, shut up. I told you can't go by the crowd. The crowd is fickle. The crowd will change in a moment. If your professional self-esteem is grounded in your polling of your local congregation, you're going to be unhappy a lot in a long time. But Jesus was never elated by applause, Ellen G. White, nor dejected by censure. And so he was steady in the storm, whether it was a storm of acclamation or a storm of opposition. And now the man jumps up. He comes into the presence of Jesus. And the Bible says the first thing he does, he throws off his cloak. Now, the socio-rhetorical commentary says that this cloak was laid on the ground to collect alms. And then when it got cold, he would wrap himself in it. But when Jesus calls him, Bartimaeus realizes that he won't need his security blanket anymore. Huh? So preacher, when you gonna leave that security blanket? Political relationships will get you to the top. Security blanket. It is God who promotes. Believing that name dropping will impress others. Security blanket. The only name you need is the name of. Our incessant need for praise because our egos are sagging is the surest sign that we haven't spent adequate time with Jesus Christ. It's a security blanket. Bartimaeus knows that when he comes to Jesus, he can stand before him in transparent openness. Because that's the condition of being blessed. And so he's standing in the presence of Jesus. And listen to this question. Jesus says, now, what do you want me to do for you? Now, for your future study, when you preach this sermon, Go back up to verse 36 when you get time. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Go back up. This is the second time in the chapter that question has been asked.
Come on, preach.
Remember, the disciples come to Jesus. It's the exact Greek language. They come to Jesus and they say, Master, we want to ask you something. He says, okay, what would you like me to do for you? And they say, we want power, right hand, left hand. With James and John, we want power, we want position, we want privilege. Second time the question is asked in the chapter, the sinner who doesn't know Jesus, who hasn't walked with him for 3 years, he comes and he says, I want healing.
Come on, preach.
He says, Lord, my Lord, Rabboni, my Lord. He says, I want to see. Circle that word. That's the last one. Anablepo. Every Greek student remembers that blepo means I see. But anablepo means I want to see again. Oh, I feel a sermon coming on. I want to see again.